Okay, and there's one other question. You were talking about this being your last album.
Oh yeah, we better say something about that.
Have you thought any more about that?
Let's just say something about that.
Well, I was hoping, and I am hoping that I don't have to record anymore, even though we have a huge group of fans that really like what we do and eagerly await for the next record, just because I don't want to be part of the pressures that come with putting records out and having to get them on the charts and having to promote them after they are out. I want to only be a musician with a band. I want to just take music for the value of it and bring it to the places where people truly need it, the ones that cannot travel away as we do, bring parts of our feelings and culture and our messages, which is we ought to protect the environment because we live off the environment. And coming from Brazil and knowing what's going on in my own country, in the Amazon, it's only natural for us that at this point, without making speeches or being part of any political party, we bring the music of the forest to the cities, because a lot of people have never ever experienced the sound of a songbird singing, or the sound of the little sounds of the forests, the leaves, the winds, and the seagulls around the ocean. You know, some people that live only in the city and have to work day by day and take the train and go back, they don't allow themselves to experience nature pure, the way nature really is. And since we come from that part of the world, that we were born in this kind of nature, it's good for us. People really like to hear from us. They sort of do a lot of sightseeing and traveling through our music when they come to our shows.
So essentially what you're saying for us, you want to not have to feel the pressure of recording, you want to do more playing.
I want to do much more playing than just having to record albums and promote them, and producing as well, because as we grow older, we feel that we have to step and teach the younger generation our foundation, so it will be passed on to the next and next and next generation. It won't be completely lost, because most everything we learn from people that came before us. Just most recently, one of my favorite musicians had passed away. It was Dizzy Gillespie. I also lost Gil Evans, who was one of my mentors in Cannonball Adderley and Jaco Pastorius. And I feel that the more we go around and play the music and introduce it to younger musicians, more chances we have to have this music survive over the centuries.
I feel that you've, in many ways, both you and Ayrton have given the flame to your daughter Diana.
Yes, she picked it up. Actually, I never forced it on her. She always loved. She was born on the road, pretty much. She was on the road when she was 8 days old at Ronnie Scott's with Chick Corea in the original Return to Forever. And she traveled with us until she had to go to school. Then she only traveled on the holidays and school holidays. And right now she's a professional singer as well. She writes and reads music. And she had to go back to America because she's recording. And I have two daughters. I have another daughter, Niura, who is also music inclined, but she became a computer wizard and she's into a different kind of thing. And Diana, more like Ayrton, she plays drums at home at the center, spiritual center. and she loves to sing the blues. She loves Tracy Chapman. She loves Johnny Mitchell, and she likes basically rock and roll and blues and folk music. And we Brazilians, she goes to Brazil a lot, so she has a little bit of both worlds, you know.
She's very open to all of the work that you do, though. There's none of this thing like, this is what my parents do, this is what I do.
No, she understands me. She doesn't necessarily sing the way I do or do things the way I do, but for instance, she writes songs for me that really makes me cry because she talks to me through the songs she writes. And she never tells me, she tells me, Mom, I love you, thanks for giving me this experience and that. But when she actually puts in words things that I'm going to be singing, I realize how deep she knows me and how deep is her love for me. And teenagers and parents have a lot of trouble communicating. I feel very fortunate that we achieved that through music.
Great.
Good.
Great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of